Welcome back, beautiful tri-state area. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Welcome back to the Hydration with Heart segment brought to you by Once Upon a Coconut. Today, we're talking about the power of authenticity, music, and motherhood, all wrapped into one viral sensation. If you've scrolled through social media lately, you've probably come across Stephanie Ferrett, otherwise known as Hey Mom, who has turned her everyday kitchen performances into a global phenomenon. Millions have fallen in love with her stunning voice as she sings while cooking for her kids, and it's even got the attention of major outlets like People Magazine, Good Morning America, and ABC News. But Stephanie isn't just a viral star. She's a powerhouse vocalist, a former actress, and an independent artist who released her debut album, Bloom, last year of 2024 with Van Hunt's On the Hunt music group. Now, Stephanie Ferrett is the viral Hey Mom, singing her way into hearts everywhere. Joining us now. Welcome to the show, superstar.
Oh, hi. Thank you for having me. It's so
I'm
great to
so
be here.
I'm so excited. So, Hey Mom phenomenon. Let's chat this. Wow, social media is such a wild place, Stephanie, and you never know what's going to resonate with people, but when it does, it spreads like wildfire. Your videos aren't just about music, they're about real, raw, everyday moments of motherhood, and people are deeply connecting to that. If you look at the hashtag Hey Mom, it has exploded, and,
I
vid-
know.
and videos featuring real life moments of parenting often perform extremely well on social platforms. So you have that going for you. Why do you think your videos struck such a chord with audiences? And did you ever expect this level of viral fame?
No, I didn't. I didn't at all. I think what resonated with people so much is that it's just so raw and it's just so real and it's uncut and it's messy. I think a lot of the moms can relate to having a messy kitchen. Like we don't always have it put together. We don't always have, our lives put together. And I think, and that's okay. I think it's okay for us to see other people who don't have it together. And so we feel a little bit less alone. And, it's kind of comforting in a way to just be completely transparent and real. And I think people resonated with that.
Right. Aside from the fact that you have insane vocals, right?
Oh,
People didn't just resonate with your messy kitchen. They resonated with how passionately you sing and how engaged you are in that moment, and everything doesn't stop. You continue doing your duties gracefully, and it's amazing how people gravitate towards your authenticity, and your story proves that talent mixed with relatability is a winning combination. And let's be real, how many of us sing while cooking? We just don't sound as good as you. Now let's chat how you balance motherhood and music. So being a mom is already a full-time job, and adding a
yeah.
music career on top of it, that is no small feat. According to a recent report, over 70% of working mothers say they struggle with work-life balance, and in the entertainment industry, the demands can even be greater. You're juggling viral fame, music, and raising a family. What has that balancing act been like for you?
Um, wow. So it kind of gives you an importance to like what's important, like what jobs to take on. And being a mom, we're already multitaskers. We can multitask anything. So you kind of just fit it in with your kid's schedule. So when the kids come home from school, they'll be like, "Hey mom, can you do a video?" So I'll do it around dinner time. So you kind of just work your job in your everyday life anyways, and it becomes a habit. The kids always wanted me to sing, and I was like, I don't want to go on TikTok. I'm too old for TikTok. Like, what are you guys talking about? They're like, just upload it, mom. You'll go viral, mom. And I'm like, okay. And then when I uploaded a couple videos, like it was fine. And then the response I got from everybody, I was like, this is crazy. Like, why do you guys want to see me sing in the kitchen? My kitchen's dirty. I look a hot mess. What's going on? But it resonated with people, and the kids just kept asking me to sing, and I'm like, okay.
Wow, it's refreshing to hear that even with all the excitement, family remains at the center of everything you do. And honestly, that's probably why people love you even more. You're not just a performer, you're a mom first, and that resonates with so
Yeah.
many of us. And I can't help when I watch you sing, think to myself, did she give it all up for kids and a family? Because when I watch you sing, I close my eyes and I see you on a stage of where you should be singing, right? But like, yet you're content doing this. But as a mom, I can totally understand and empathize with just having to put your dreams second and put your family first. And so many parents have made those sacrifices. Whether you're one of them or not, you're making a
Yeah.
full comeback. And I love this comeback story, or this story that was always supposed to be. So let's chat stepping into the spotlight on Fox. Going viral online is one thing, but stepping onto a national stage, that's a whole different ballgame. You made your first television appearance in 2024 on I Can See Your Voice on Fox. That must have been such a pivotal moment. Walk us through what it felt like stepping onto that seat, and how did it change things for you?
It was like a 3-day adventure. It was the first time I left the kids. It was really difficult for me. It was an experience. I was so glad to be home, but I feel like the stage is my home, and I feel like other singers can relate to that. Like, I felt like I was in my element. I love being on stage. I love performing. I'm the youngest of 6 children, so I was always the loudest, and look at me, so that's just always been in me to sing and just to be, center of attention. Just kidding. But,
Wow.
you just got to be louder. But it feels like I feel like I'm at home. So
Yeah.
it's exciting for me to be there. And I just felt like I was home, like I was where I needed to be.
And
So
you sure were. What a full
yeah,
circle moment, from
yeah,
singing in your kitchen to standing on a national stage. If
yeah.
that's not a Cinderella story, I don't know what is. And
I
I love
know, right?
and I love that you didn't just stop there. You kept pushing forward with your music, and that's incredible. Have you
Yeah.
had any formal vocal training?
No, no formal vocal training. I used to sing. I mean, if you want to say singing Mariah Carey cover to cover in your bedroom, then yes, or Celine Dion covers, you cover and dance in the mirror, and that's what I did.
That was your training, and I
That was
love it.
my training.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it, I love it. We're definitely of the same generation, because I
yeah,
could relate to all of those singers, and I remember having to rewind the cassette players
yeah,
back so I can
yeah,
get the lyrics
yeah,
right and then write them down. It was crazy.
yeah.
Now
Absolutely.
let's chat the journey of Bloom and independent music. So your album Bloom dropped in March of
Mhm.
2024. That's about a year ago, and you
Yeah,
worked alongside Van Hunt, which is
correct.
huge. The
Yeah,
independent music scene is growing rapidly, with platforms like Spotify and YouTube giving artists more control over their careers than ever before. But without the backing of a major label,
yeah,
it's also a tough road.
yeah.
What inspired Bloom, and what has your journey been like as an independent artist?
So I met Van Hunt through social media. So through all this Hey Mom stuff, him and I got connected through his partner Halle Berry. And between the year 2023 and 2024, him and I kind of did like an artist development where we talked about what I wanted to say as an artist, and just to have something to be proud of to put out in the world. There's a song on there called Hey Mom that was actually, it was hummed by my daughter Ireland. So I'd take the kids to school, and Ireland would be humming like, Hey Mom, Hey Mom, Hey Mom, Hey Mom. And I was like, that is so cute. And so I put that in the album too. And so there's a song called Hey Mom, and that's in there. And that's, via Ireland. And there's a song Bloom on there. And we just wanted it to be like this new version of me, of motherhood, of Stephanie, just blooming into this new version of myself. And yeah, it's just a very honest and raw album. And it's something that I'm very proud of. And yeah, I did it mostly remotely. Him and I worked remotely. I think I sing one of the songs at his house, but the rest was remotely. And I have no expertise in engineering. I didn't know what I was doing. All I know is that I had a dream, and I know that Heavenly Father helped me. I know that God helped me, because I didn't know what I was doing. I had no experience. I have no experience with microphones, with any of that, because I've been out of that industry for, 10, 11, 12 years raising kids. So I don't know this music side. In this industry, it's like you have to know everything. You have to know and engineering skills and all these things. So I think I had a lot of help from heaven with that album, and I'm just very, very grateful.
Wow, it definitely had a lot of divine intervention, and
Yeah.
it's such a powerful message, staying true to yourself, even when the industry pushes for something else. And Bloom really does feel like a deeply personal project, and I'm sure your fans appreciate that rawness in your music just as much as they do in your videos. So I love that. Now,
Thank you.
the internet is full of surprises, and when you go viral, you start to hear stories from people you'd never expect. You've built an entire community of fans who adore not just your voice, but also the love and warmth in your videos. Have there been any fan interactions or messages that truly caught you off guard or touched you deeply?
You know what? I get a lot of celebrities that like my stuff and a lot of comments and stuff, but for some reason, there's a group of moms who have children on the spectrum who write me and say, Stephanie, my son was having an episode or my daughter was having an episode and your voice really comforted them. I don't know why that touches my heart so much, but I do have family on the spectrum and things like that. So like when I hear stories like that, those are the ones that absolutely just warm my heart. So for me to comfort your child, comfort your baby, comfort one of your children on the spectrum, that is like one of the most important messages that I get. And I get kind of a lot of them. So it means,
Wow. That's incredible. It's
yeah,
a reminder that what we put out into the world, whether it's a song, a video, or just a moment of kindness, can come back to us in ways we never imagined. And you're proof of that. Now, you've already had a whirlwind year, viral fame, TV appearances, a debut
yeah.
album, but something tells me you're just getting started. So more music, more viral
No.
moments, and maybe even a record deal, right?
You know what? It's so crazy. I've gotten zero label offers, but that's okay to me because I think God has a plan for me. I'm hopeful. Hopefully, I can do television. I would love to do Broadway. I would love to do movies. I would love to do more music. I'm an open book. I love to just create. I'm a creator. Whether that be voiceovers for Disney, whether that be more music, more Broadway stuff. I want to do it all. I want the
You
kids
will.
with
You
me.
will.
I want to go on tour with the kids. I just want us all to do it together as a family. I would love for my husband to just be able to quit his job and us just travel and sing and just do it together as a family. Because at the end of the day, it's like family is all that matters. Like that's all we have, and doing stuff together as a family is like my number one thing.
All right, Stephanie, with all this excitement, I'm eager to hear what you've got. Hey, mom, what can you sing for me?
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Wow, you just brought tears to my eyes. I was like holding back tears. You're so good. I got chills. Oh, I love your voice. I love you. I love everything about you. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us today.
Appreciate that.
You listeners want to find her directly on the gram, you can definitely check her out on Instagram at Stephanie Ferrett. You can also head to her website at stephanieferrett.com, but all the interaction and the magic uploads happen on her profile on Instagram at Stephanie Ferrett. You're listening to a moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. That was the Hydration with Heart segment brought to you by Once Upon a Coconut. We'll be right back after this.
A Moment of Zen is brought to you by Once Upon a Coconut.
Discover the refreshing taste of 100% pure coconut water that actually tastes great. Naturally sweet with no artificial flavors or added sugar. It's packed with electrolytes to keep you hydrated throughout your day. And with 10% of profits going to charity, every sip makes a difference. Pure taste, pure goodness. Experience nature's Gatorade. Visit Once Upon a Coconut or naturesgatorade.com.